Hey guys, what's going on? It's Salvage here, and today we're going to be talking about something that I brought up in one of my other videos, but I got sidetracked yesterday due to, of course, the whole Raimi suit thing. But of course, I asked the question, what should Spider-Man PS4 learn from Batman Arkham Knight? And I actually got a lot of responses that kind of mixed up my list. I didn't really expect people to look at that and give their own responses, but I'm glad people did. And of course, one of the first ones that I got was from Rift the Tuber. I love that name, by the way. Hopefully, they can learn how to not make disappointing boss battles from Arkham Knight. He is 100% correct. And before I even go on any further, there's so many people in here that mention the boss battles. Like, of course, Nightfall here. I'm not going to pronounce that first name. Was that Frank Sean? I don't know. He mentions, of course, the boss battles as well. And yes, that is true. Even in the Season of Infinity, the boss battles weren't that good. Killer Croc's boss battle was just a copy of Albert King. Mad Hatter, of course, was just like a challenge map with like little side quests that you have to do, like rescuing the cop, but that was about it. And then Ra's al Ghul, you just had to choose whether to save him or to kill him. And then Mr. Freeze was just, it was a tank boss battle. Yeah, we didn't fight the villains in that game. We simply just fought whoever they threw up against us. It wasn't any boss battles. That's why, of course, for Spider-Man PS4, they need to change that, and they need to learn from Arkham Knight's mistake of horrendous boss battles. They also need to make the villains a little bit more, I would say, colorful. In Batman Arkham Knight, it wasn't really that case. Two-Face was robbing banks, Penguin was selling guns, Harley Quinn was trying to kill Batman. I mean, it was like the typical thing that we always saw. Can we get something new with these characters? Can you change up their origin and their personality a bit? You know, I know that they were going for a very authentic and not grounded. I was about to say grounded. I would be stupid. They were going for more of a Batman tale, something that is true to Batman's character and his villains. But when you do that for 4 games straight, it starts to get stale, and they didn't change that at all, which is why with Spider-Man PS4, they have to at least make Shocker and Electro and Vulture, these characters that they're giving complete descriptions for and backstories to. They need to give them more characterization, and although Batman Arkham Knight did have voice, audio, and tapes and stuff, they weren't as good and they weren't as memorable as the ones in Arkham City or Arkham Asylum. They weren't that plentiful. There weren't enough of the tapes. And when you listen to the tapes like the ones with Jason Todd, you have that glimmer of hope with characterization for these villains, but then it falls flat in the actual game. They don't care about these characters in the game. They only try to make them, unique and good in the behind the scenes things that most players don't go and look at. So I'm happy that with, of course, Insomniac and what they're trying to do with, of course, the villains here by giving them more character, I'm happy that they're trying to do that, and it's a good idea. Back to Nightfall's comment, actually, he mentions he mentions challenge maps, which is something that we haven't really heard about. At least I haven't heard about it. I must be in the dark here, but challenge maps would be a very fun thing to do, especially in this New York. Imagine it. Imagine them having a challenge map, like you have to beat a certain mission, right? Or you have to do certain things to unlock these challenge maps. Imagine having a challenge map on top of the Avengers Tower. That would be amazing. That would be so freaking cool. And it would also give people enough time to practice the combat and stuff like that, and even have fun looking at the visuals of where they're at. So if you have one in Central Park, if you have one, of course, in Times Square, you can have one anywhere, and it would be really, really cool. It would be very, very unique to have them in these types of locations, and I think that if it was done right, it could be 10 times better than Arkham Knight's challenge maps. By the way, if you didn't know this, Arkham Knight only shipped with 4, and I repeat, 4 challenge combat maps at launch. 4. Yeah, Spider-Man kind of has to do something about that. I'm not saying that they have to make challenge maps because I haven't heard anything about it. But if they do, it would be very, very good to at least have them be very diverse in location and very unique in terms of how you fight these guys. I mean, even Mystic Samurai has said that too, where he mentions the challenge maps and how that could be a thing in this game, and how of course, Insomniac can learn from that, and how this game can learn from Arkham Knight's mistake of challenge maps, which they were awful. Just take it from me, they were bad. There was only like there was a handful of challenge maps that you will enjoy. Heroic Art also makes a few good points here. The first thing I want to get on here is, of course, the side missions. The side missions in Arkham Knight were very tedious. Like, I have to find this comment real quick. Like Caleb Gamer said, Caleb Gamer mentioned the fact that the Arkham Knight side content was incredibly tedious. Not only was the Riddler stuff just getting old, right? They did freshen it up with of course, the Batmobile stuff. But the one thing that was very annoying was the militia groups on rooftops, the militia groups, of course, riding the cars around, the APCs, and then you have the militia groups in the little bases that you have to take out, and then you have to take out the little comms generator to control the road. You know, that was so frustrating and annoying. I can't even name a single person who actually enjoyed doing those because they weren't fun. They weren't fun. It was one after the other. The people in there weren't unique, or they had the same voices. It was just horrible. It wasn't done right at all. So yeah, we do need better side content. We do need better side missions. And if that's not the case here, we're gonna have problems. But Heroic Art mentions how you shouldn't leave it as a cliffhanger unless you have plans to actually do something with it in the next game. Like, Rocksteady had no idea what was going on in Paul Dini's mind when he wrote those side missions. So of course it shows a lot when they try to play off of that and completely ruin it. Hush. Oh man, he's gonna take down Bruce Wayne's entire life. Oh nope, he just threatens to put a gun to Lucius Fox's head during the only night that Batman is around. I mean, come on. It was horrible. And then you just slam him through a desk. There's no epic boss battle or epic monologue or epic moment. You just throw him through a desk. It's nothing. Same thing with Azrael. Complete waste of a build-up. They can't do that for Spider-Man PS4. They can't set stuff up just to have it fail in the next game. And of course, Blue Chaos has the same exact point here. Don't make easy/one-off side missions like the Hush mission. Agreed. Make the boss battles unique and challenging on like Arkham Knight. Again, agreed. The only challenging boss fights were tank battles. And make the story interesting and engaging so we all want to complete it. Yes, that was 100% true. One of the last ones I have there's two more left, believe me. DLC. Listen, Insomniac. Don't make a mistake that Rocksteady did. Don't do it. Just don't do it. Rocksteady put up their first DLC was about 45 minutes long. Like their actual DLC pack. And then for the Red Hood, Harley Quinn, Robin, Nightwing, etc., 15-minute story packs. Don't do that. They're just horrible. They're just not fun. They're too quick, and they're not worth like $5 or $7 or however much Rocksteady, and WB made us pay for it. But this Black Cat DLC, the City Never Sleeps thing, whatever DLC they have planned in the future, it has to be actual content. It can't be 15-minute side missions with a little bit of dialogue. It has to be actual storylines and cutscenes and actual good content that's worth the price of a mission. If I pay $40 for another shitty season pass, I'm going to be upset. I'm going to be really upset. They've already confirmed that there's going to be story packs and missions and extra stuff being added into these DLCs, and it seems like they're learning from that Arkham Knight mistake. They've had plenty of time to learn from their mistake and listen to what happened during Arkham Knight with the DLC. And even the launch support, which is my next point. The launch support has to be great. The launch support for this game has to be incredible. They can't just pop it out there and then just forget about it for like the next month and have everybody complain and then they're just radio silent. They have to communicate with us. They can't just ignore us. And right now it seems like they're communicating with us a lot, but we've seen this before. I mean, we've seen that before with like No Man's Sky, where they're like, yeah, this is in the game, this is what's gonna happen, nothing's bad. And then poof, they're gone. They're gone. So I don't think this is gonna be like a No Man's Sky situation, but in terms of Batman Arkham Knight, it took them 6 months, hold up, let me rephrase that. The game released in June. They updated the PC port in September. It took them 5 months to just, or was it 5 months? I guess 4 months to just patch the PC port. And this isn't including the crashes and bugs in the PlayStation and Xbox games. There wasn't a lot, but there still was a few glitches and bugs that a lot of people saw. So I really hope that Insomniac learns from that. They don't just shut up for like 7 months and then finally they release a patch that does something. They're doing day one patches. They're going to be listening to the community. And hopefully they learn from Rocksteady's mistakes from Arkham Knight, which were a lot. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for commenting. Thank you guys so much for all the support recently. It's been incredible. It's been so amazing to be making these videos for you guys and you guys enjoying them. Yesterday we got like 84 subscribers. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why you guys are killing. But thank you. Thank you so much. It's been amazing. My copyright strike, it's gone. Hell yeah. I'm really happy about that. I was going to make a video tonight literally ranting about it. I might still do it because Insomniac did fuck up on one thing. So, but thank you guys for watching again. I'll see you guys in my next video. It's going to be epic. See you guys then. Peace out.